Hey guys, well, I'm just out in the eye of the storm. I think we've got a bit of rain coming, certainly tomorrow, and has been before. So I seen the sun shining. Let's crack out. Let's get the kit on and come out. And tomorrow I'm going off to the Farleigh Castle and see the Vets MX, catch a few stars there. But I thought I've done over 5,000 miles on this bike now, and it's all been off-road. That's all documented on the old YouTube. So I'm gonna find a little spot to pull over and I'll show you the wear and tear, and I'll go for a few you know, how it's been reliability wise and endurance really. Alright, we'll pop down here and have a little ganders at me wear and tear on the 2024 Husqvarna 701. Ooh. How you doing? Right, here she is, or he, or anything you like to call it. Husky 701 Enduro. He's on a 24 plate. I had it from new back in March, about 15 months ago. So handguards already was with it. So I've put the AXP bash plate on there. These pull straps. I got the little Rally Raid petrol cap. I'll come to this in a bit. And obviously tires. The twin air filter in there. I got mooses in, and this One Adventure Rally Tower as well, which is wonderful for me. And then I've got this obviously, so I can adjust the tablet as well on there, hands free. So that's that. But right, I've done 5,200 miles, which is roughly about 8,300 kilometers for the guys in Europe. So I've had absolutely no problems with this, nothing at all. Any issues I've had is just for me coming off, really, basically. So let's run through that. This is my 4th set of tires. I've had obviously the standard Conti is what came on there. I did the running in process with that, took them off, and then I went on to the Michelin trackers, and then from the trackers I went on to an Enduro 2 front tire with a Palouse Grand Prix rear. They've gone through now. These are the Terra Forces Yellow Stripe Supers, which so far I think about 500 miles I've done it, and they've been lovely, brilliant. I'm super impressed with those at the moment. So that's that. Brake pads, I got through a set of brake pads front and back, so they've been changed now. I've gone to what were they, the EBC Sinters. They're really good, nice little bite to them, so that's great. Obviously changed me grips. These were because I had a fall when I tore this grip open on the throttle side, so I thought I'll just change some grips. It's not really a big issue there. I've dented my front rim a couple of times as well in the past, so at some point I might change the rim if the tire keeps popping off the seal, or the gunk comes out from the lube from the mousse. So that was the issue on my last ride, first time. What else we got on there? Yeah, a couple of times you wash it, the engine management light might come on, but that just goes away when it dries out. You might get some dampness here. But the main thing, these handguards, as you can see, is just taking all the brunt of everything. And I've dropped this bike a fair old times. No guards on the radiator. I know there's a couple of issues with the radiator can bend and spring a leak, and you know. So if people want to put the bash guards on, fair enough. You know, I'm not saying that's not to do, but for me, these hand guards here is taking a good old brunt of everything. So I've been lucky there. I still got the standard burner pipe on there. That's only for the lack of money. So I can buy a nice wings or a arrow can on there. So that's been great. I'm going over to the Picos Mountains next year, a solo ride for 11 days off-road. I'll probably change it then, because that's going to be pretty hot in that sort of climate, and with me bags and everything. And but the bike's been running fine with it, and you know, if you get on the scales, the weight and everything, you know. But for me, it hasn't troubled me at all at the moment. I've took the chain guard off just for ease of cleaning and so forth. Nothing more than that. Now for breakages, what I've broke so far is brake lever I snapped off, and couldn't believe it. The hand guard didn't move, but somehow someone got underneath and broke the lever off. So that was can't remember what that was, about 60 quid I think from Foul Ups. And I've also twisted the original one, not of this. So this is the what was it again? AS3 company, and I got this one on there. It looks quite nice actually, all in black, because the other one's like the same silver as this. This is the One Adventure kit. This has been super fantastic for the money, under 500 quid. 10 minutes of fit. You just take the front off, put them on, 2 bolts at the bottom. These ones here are on the side. Job done. I got a video of it as well on my YouTube's earlier ones. And I must admit, I did, in the last couple of rides ago, I did smash it into the ground, which this one sheared off. This bottom part sheared, and one of these on the windscreen broke, but they're meant to break. This is what they're for, to stop the main body getting damaged. So that is all part of the parcel, but they're not easily broke. And all I did is just put a zip tie just round here and through one of these bars here, and it just held it all together for the rest of about 100 miles. So it's no problem. And it all comes with spares, so I just bolted the spares back on when I got home. And Rue from Portugal, who makes them, he was brilliant. I asked him for some replacements, and he sent them free of charge to me. Didn't ask for any money. I just paid the postage really, just for him, because it goes through DHL. But thoroughly recommend that. Yeah, these pull straps, but brilliant. The bike itself, it's just been great. I mean, 5,200 miles. I got about another 1,500 miles to the valve adjustment, so I got to look at that. And hopefully that's all in one piece, and you don't need any adjustment. Some people have, some people don't, but you got to check it. That's all part of the service. But fantastic, tough as boots, this bike. It's been around for a while, the engine and everything. I know they just brought out a new one now, which got a couple of more brake horsepower. They've only got 1 filter now and not 2 filters. I think the oil change is 15,000, but we never do that. I did an in-trim oil service, about 3,000 miles, 3,000 miles on this. I didn't want to wait to the main service, just after the run-in service. Yeah, I've had a couple of little moments where I thought I had the seal leaking, but it was just a bit of dirt. Clean them off, no problem at all there. So yeah, it's a top bike, honestly. And obviously next year I could just ride all the way down the Picos Mountains, get the Santander ferry, and straight across and come back. And it's what these big bikes are for, really. I mean, it's such as well known, the unicorn, what they say. But definitely I'll say handguards, smash them on there. They're the buddies. Twin air filter, and a bash guard. That's the main 3 there. I mean, the twin air filter, you can, so obviously the big waters, dump-ins or whatever, you can dry it out, wring it out, dry it out on the back of the exhaust. You don't want a paper filter in there. And the pull straps, obviously. This one, some people say you can't fit them really on the back, but if you drop the tail unit down, the tank itself, the main old big tank, that goes up over the back, and this just laps over underneath the tank. So you got your pull strap there. So it's if you ain't got one of those, you know, racking on the back for your luggage, but that's good for me. Cosmetics, yeah, you can see all the scratches. These from my guards and that on my knees, you know, the pods, and a few little scratches around here. Only cosmetic. You can see it there. Maybe a few little light scratches there and on the end of the handguards. And that thing is being everywhere, you know, been everywhere. Absolutely brilliant. I thoroughly recommend the bike for anybody who's thinking about getting it. People who worries about the weight, it goes anywhere. Yeah, I mean, you get technical stuff, you can feel the weight, but it's easy to pick up. I've come obviously from the bigger bikes down, so it's 60 kilos lighter than them. And it's not the 99 kilo 250 300 sort of bikes, you know, but I'm happy with it. It's brilliant, you know. Get the gearing down, get a smaller front sprocket on the 14 instead of the 15. It's a 46 on the back, I think, which you can go up to a 48 if you wanted to even go more, because these bikes, I mean, over 100 mile an hour plus, these bikes, you're not going to do it, especially with the Nobilis. I mean, they're usually rated to about 80 mile an hour anyway, and you'd be a brave man to hang on to that thing, you know, unless you had road rubber on it. So you might as well go gear it down a little bit more, and it'd be quite lively, quite fun. But with the 14 Tough, obviously it stays nice in the second gear and so forth. But brilliant. And what a day. What a day. I just met up with a load of guys here just going out for a round of lanes, and they invited me along, and obviously I got me other bits and bobs to do today, so I declined that one. Great. Anyway, guys, 5,000 trouble-free miles. Brilliant. Just do it. All the best. Cheers.